want to share something with everybody quick. It's a picture of my grandfather on my mother's side. He was a priest and soldier from Ukraine. His name was Bohdan, my namesake. My youngest brother gave this to me yesterday. We had lunch together. Bo, thank you. This means the world to me. And on the back, my brother had left some little notes that my mom had written. For those that don't know, she passed away in 2017 after suffering from an aneurysm. My mom was my biggest supporter in sobriety. And she loved her father very much. Can't explain how much this means to me. Hopefully I'm doing something that would have made him proud, and I know it'd make my mom happy because I wake up sober and alive every day. And I thank God for that. Great is thy faithfulness. March 16th, in partnership with God. Read Matthew 6, verses 5 through 15. Your Father knows the things you have need of before you ask Him. That's Matthew 6, 8. A man had transformed an overgrown plot of ground into a beautiful garden and was showing a friend what he had accomplished. Pointing to a bed of flowers, he said, "Look at what I did here." His companion corrected him. "You mean, look at what God and I did here." The gardener replied, "I guess you're right, but you should have seen the shape this plot was in when he was taking care of it by himself." Love that. We chuckle at the man's reply, but it expresses a wonderful spiritual truth. We are co-workers with God. This applies to every area of life, including prayer. It answers a question that naturally comes to mind when we reflect on Jesus' statements in Matthew 6. He said we don't need to pray on and on with vain repetitions like the pagans, because our Father knows what we need before we ask. That's in Matthew 6, verses 7 through 8. The question is then, why pray? The answer is simple and comforting. God has graciously chosen to give us the privilege of being His partners in both the physical and spiritual areas of life. Through prayer, we work with Him in defeating the powers of evil and in bringing about the fulfillment of His love and His loving purposes in the world. Partners with God, what a privilege. What an incentive to pray. Although God knows our very need, His work He wants to share. He takes us into partnership by calling us to prayer. God's work is done by those who pray.